This is LXBN TV, and I'm Colin O'Keefe. The EEOC recently released its Performance and Accountability Report for its 2013 financial year. The report is the most revealing document the Commission puts forth, evaluating its own performance and outlining its strategic objectives. Joining me now to explain the report is Jerry Maatman. He is co-chair of Seyfarth Shaw's Class Action Practice Group, lead counsel on 3 of the 5 largest EEOC suits in the country right now, and he is editor of Seyfarth Shaw's EEOC Year-End Countdown blog. Jerry, you just recently published a post on this report. You outlined where the EEOC has big bangs and where it fizzles. So let's start with the bangs. What are the positives in this report for the EEOC?
I think this is somewhat of an inside baseball report. This is what corporate counsel and employers need to look at to understand how the EEOC is giving itself an internal report card, so to speak. And in terms of the bangs or the positive issues, the EEOC has transformed its docket. It's now focusing its money and its resources on the bigger cases, the higher impact case. And this particular report shows that from a statistical standpoint, the docket now of what are called pattern of practice or systemic cases has grown. The other takeaway, and I think something that the EEOC is crowing about at this point, is it secured record recoveries, $372 million in its cases, which is the largest annual total it has ever secured in its history since 1964.
Wow. And then second, going back to the big bangs and the fizzles, where did the EEOC fizzle over the past year?
I think some of the fizzle is it's one thing for the headquarters in Washington, D.C. to indicate what it's all about. It's another thing as the district offices carry out the plan. And what we saw in 2013 were a series of fee sanctions entered against the EEOC, where federal district court judges in essence said, you didn't do your homework, you didn't plan, and you filed lawsuits that didn't have evidence to back them up. And so the investment of the EEOC in doing sustained and robust investigations in terms of the themes coming out of Washington, D.C. might have not been implemented, so to speak, out in the hinterlands as the district offices litigated cases where federal district courts, in essence, found you fished for the evidence, you didn't have the evidence to back up the case when you filed it. And so the good and the bad in terms of the wash seems to be that in 2014, what employers are going to see are a continuation of the bigger cases and a sustained effort by the EEOC to take on big issue items or big employers in what we would call high impact cases.
I see. It's going to be interesting to watch because the EEOC has tried these high-impact cases over the past year, and they haven't gone so well, so we'll have to see if their execution is any better in 2014. Once again, that was Jerry Maatman of Seyfarth Shaw. For more of his insight and for the specific post that we're referencing, be sure to visit EEOCCountdown.com. And of course, if you're not watching us here on our site on LXBN, swing by LXBN.com, where you can find curated commentary from the Lex Blog Network's more than 8,000 members, along with more of these LXBN TV video interviews. Thank you for joining me today, Jerry.
Thank you, Colin.